back to the Freak Show, ladies and gentlemen. Bumpy Big Squiggums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity, the White March. We're going inside. It is going to be a glorious, glorious adventure. One for all time. Oh yes. This could be worse than normal.
Hey.
Greetings.
Greetings. Afri wears a defiant expression and a sturdy yet battered suit of armor. She seems to bear each scratch and ding with pride. You don't look like one of the knights. Can I help you with something? Who are you? I'm Afri, a lieutenant with the Dozens. She taps her dented breastplate. We're the last fighting force in Defiance Bay that remembers what it means to be dear wooden. And, unfortunately, I'm the only one who seems to care about the way Maya's squeezing the locals. Well, I'm here about the trouble at this salty mast. Ordinary kith are angry, as they should be, with that crooked Aomawa toadying up to the nobles. Okay. She sneers. She's using the tragedy of Waidwin's legacy to line her pockets. She's no better than the Adiran overlords we drove out 200 years ago. People around here know you to be an honest broker. Mayas, what is it, Mayas? Probably something like that. Mayas made it so only the rich can afford her establishment, yet she sits in the poorest district of Defiance Bay. How is that fair? We've taken matters into our own hands, but she's the real criminal here. Why don't you tell her to back down? Well, she might be making a fortune, but her employees aren't. You're hurting them even more. It's a good point. I'll see if I can... I'm with whatever, but this violence has to stop. We'll go with our intellect here. I hadn't thought of it that way. Her dulled pauldrons sag. I guess there's no point to this, is there? She looks at the thugs standing around her and finally nods. Tell Maya that we'll leave her people alone. Man, I wanted to kill you guys, but that's fine. I don't have to kill you. Well, I mean, we can still chat.
What do you do?
We have an understanding about the brothel, right? Is there something else? No, we're good. Alright, I'm out. Deuce, deuce. Well, that was a bit of an anticlimax, I suppose. I was looking for, like, the big fight of the century, where we do battle, locked in an epic struggle where people are falling left and right and being brought back and live and die and put into, like, stasis and, you know. But instead, they'll just, you know, let the prostitutes? I mean, I don't, is that the PC term? The prostitutes just go about their business and, you know, do what they wants to do. Make a bit o' money along the way. I wonder where that weird feathered-haired lady went to. Well, I suppose we'll never know. Okay, so after this, we go to the last place, Brackenberry. Who knows how long that's going to take? A couple episodes probably, at least, if not more. Yeah, we'll see.
Good day to you.
Okay. Any of your regulars interested in earning some coin? Aye, if only so they can spend it again. Yeah, that's what I figured that meant. Okay, we're just gonna keep doing this to exhaust all the stuff. Quiet, loud, however you like it, as long as you pay up front. I've got ladies, lads, and a few I'm not quite sure about. Go talk to whoever tickles your fancy, unless you fancy Sorrel, in which case you can settle with me. What can you tell me about Sorrel? She laughs. You must be new in town, dearie. She's only the most sought-after girl in the district. You want to spend some time with her? Just ask. She's 1,000 for the night, but she's worth every pand. Or so they tell me. Fancy a go with her? She nudges you in the ribs. Best money you can spend in the gift. And maybe another time. Is there a way to, like, just talk to her?
Hello.
Talk to the ringleader. She's agreed to leave you alone. Her brow ridges rise. Well, that's a welcome surprise, and one worth celebrating. Take some coppers and enjoy yourself. Her smile widens. And if you choose to have your fun here, enjoy my special discount. Okay. Scotty raises one eyebrow. Someone's giving you the talk, right? Because Kalu's the one who handles it with our children. But if no one's ever explained it to you... A knowing grin warps her blue markings. Now, just what can I do for a strapping lad like yourself? I don't know. Is there really any other reason to be in here now? I feel like I've done most of this stuff. No, we have not started the White March yet, though we're probably about at the appropriate level to begin it. Find a way into the Temple of Wodaka. I assume once we finish that, it's going to probably open up more stuff for us to do. We'll see. Either way, let's head on over to Brackenberry, see what's going on there, and then eventually return to Copper Lane, or maybe we go and we fight the big Drake. I'm still terrified. I don't want to do it. I'm actually quite concerned, worried, and, well, to be honest, kind of scared that it's going to go very poorly for us. I really don't like the idea of fighting a dragon. It seems like a bad plan. Definitely a bad life plan. Now, if you don't mind dying, not so bad. But at some point, we'll need to get the spark back. Alright, to Brackenberry we go. 12 minutes later, we'll be there. I think that's how long they want your load times to be, is 12 minutes. So when it says it takes a day, and I do a lot of editing just to get those times down for you guys. Not really. Welcome to Animancer Land. What's in Animancer Land? There is a sanitarium. There is the leaving area. There's the house of Domina Hemenemenel. They don't like us very much because I did bad things to their people. Raymont Manor and the Charred Barrel, which is apparently somewhere that I need to go. Nedin. Don't I have you captured in my stronghold right now? No, I have Nyrid. Okay. Same difference. It started with an N. Wait a minute. What is over here? Something for me? In my pocket. Some sugar.
Let's keep quiet.
See, the deerwood needs more fountains.
Nice and quiet.
What is going on over here? The Hadrit house. Well, I'm supposed to meet somebody over here, so we're going to go over here and we're going to meet somebody, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do some other stuff. It's going to be okay. I mean, at least I think it is. I can't be sure. Alright, what is this one? That's the Keymont Manor. I mean, I know I have a thing to turn in, like the thieves' letters or whatever it was. We gotta turn into him. Let him know that he was like a target, but we stopped the assassination attempt or whatever it was. So, yeah.
Easy now. Let's keep quiet.
You guys are no fun. It's Lynette Raymond. Father never reads to me. He's always busy with his own books. Well, that's why you need to learn to read.
I'll see what I can find.
There he is. Hello, friend. I may end up killing you, just so you know.
Hello.
Lord Raymond holds a shipping manifest in his well-manicured hands. Despite his expensive clothes, I think I said expensive, it's fine, he has the sallow complexion and restless air of a man who devotes all of his days and most of his nights to work. If you have business to discuss, make an appointment with my attendant. I don't have time for unexpected visitors. Give the letter. I've uncovered a plot to rob you. He lowers his papers and looks at you for the first time. Is that so? Let me see that. He scans the parchment with the speed of an expert clerk. When he returns his attention to you, his tone is brisk and businesslike. You've done this house and this city a great service. I'm certain you will consider this an adequate reward for your labors. The letter was signed AD. Does that mean anything to you? That jewel is worth a lot more than 2,000 pans. Yeah, we'll go with number 4. Indeed, but notice of a plot does not carry quite the same value. You have gained a ring of unshackling. Oh, cool. The corners of his mouth curl into a wry smile. Still, far be it from me to sour a fruitful relationship. Lord Raymond produces another purse. Now I will trust that will be all. The letter was signed A.D. Does that mean anything to you? Well, I suspect it means Abraca Dominol, the scion of the house of Dominol. A look of disgust crosses his face. A pandered lad, if ever there was one. He's ruthless, I'll give him that much. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the wits to match his appetites. Well, what's so important about this gem? The heart of White March is a nearly flawless diamond. It's also the patrimony of the dwarves of White March. Okay? It was seized by an Adirian lord in the early days of colonization, and the dwarves haven't forgotten it. Now, the knights and the dozen are both bidding for it to make a peace offering to the dwarves. He shrugs. Whichever party buys it, the dwarves will make useful allies for Defiance Bay, especially these days. Okay. Well, tell me about the House of Domino. They were once an eminent and admired house. Now they're just a den of thieves. Back in the Deerwoods colonial days, the Dominoes were respected members of the ducal court, which is why it is so surprising that they remain loyal to the Adir during Hadrit's rebellion. When Hadrit and the Deerwood won independence, the Dominels, the Dominels, lost their favor, but not their wealth. Rather, they returned to Adir like other loyalist houses. They dug their heels in here and turned from politics to commerce. He shrugs. It's one way of looking at it. They simply partnered with the wrong side. Not that they haven't prospered since, in their own way. He rubs his jaw. Lately, they've been seeking to carve out a new niche for themselves. One right between the Crucible Knights and the Dozens, it seems. Well, what will you do now? Lord Raymond pinches crisp, sharp creases into the note. Eliminate the competition. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Ledger lists quantities of wheat, copper, and weirwool. A deep crease along the spine suggests the book never closes. Huh. Oh, we are slowly gaining a bit of oomph.
I'm on the trail.
I'm on the trail again. Well, let's head in here.
Keeping an eye out.
Maybe we'll find something that you yourself don't even know exists,
If
huh?
secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Well, I mean, we accomplished some stuff, I guess. That's pretty good. I mean, it's better than not accomplishing anything. Oh! The old serving woman regards you with bleary eyes. Begging your pardon, but I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to return downstairs. Visitors aren't permitted on the upper floor. Backhander? What? No, I can't do... Oh, come on. Backhander? What in the... I mean, I'm aggressive, but I'm not heartless. Come on now. She's literally doing her job, and she wasn't rude or obnoxious about it. No way I'm going to backhand her. I mean, I did pick up the kid and scare the poop out of him, or pee, or whatever it was. It's fine. But this is a little bit different. A little bit different. Alright, well, I'm going to go meet... I'm assuming this is going to be an ambush of sorts, so I'm just going to prepare for that now. And we're going to hop on in and do the merds. He may be meeting us here. I doubt it, though. I assume this is a trap. Or an ambush or something. Heartless woman? Come on now. The young elf is dressed in gaudy robes that he seems ready to cast off. He picks at a heavily brocaded sleeve and continually adjusts the gold chain around his neck. He looks up at you. Did she send you to run me out of town? You can tell her I'm not going anywhere without that medallion. I told Sorrel I wouldn't let her sell it. I'm not backing down, even for a thug like you. He puffs up his chest but glances at the exit. What are you talking about? Relaxes. If you have to ask, then you're obviously not here to shake me down. Sorel's a courtesan over at the Salty Mast in Andra's Gift. We've been working together for over a year now. I find a noble with more money than sense, fill him up with liquor, and send him her way. They have a good time. Sorel takes her fee, and generally a little extra. He rubs his fingers together. 100 coppers here, a trinket there. It's a bounty for us, and these lords and ladies never even notice anything's missing. Uh-huh. Go on. Anyway, we always split the bounty until a week ago. He squeezes his lips into a tight frown. She takes a necklace off some noble. It's an Engwithan medallion. It's near priceless. That relic is sacred to my clan, but she won't part with it for any sum I could afford. He tugs at the gold chain around his neck. And even if I wanted to, I can't go home without it. Sagani's brow furrows in pity. That's a hard thing. Well, I'll see about getting the medallion from Sorel. Tell me more about your situation. Well, he picks at the hem of his sleeve. Well, what do you want to know? What makes this medallion so important to you? I grew up near Glonfath with the Shattering Spear clan. We Glonfathans have protected Engwithan ruins for thousands of years. It's the only duty the gods ask of us in exchange for the freedom to live as we please. He fidgets with an emerald ring on his pinky. But treasure hunters looted the ruins in our territory, and we left the wilds we'd dwelled in for generations. Most of my clan mates scattered to towns around the Deerwood and probably live on crusts of bread. He looks at his embroidered robe with disgust. Restoring this medallion to the ruins would earn us the gods' forgiveness. The Shattering Spear could go home. Well, you seem to have done well. I don't understand why you can't just take your money and return to your Glonfath. 3. He clenches his heavily adorned hands. It was this or scrape by in the gutters like the rest of my clan, but I'd give it all for that medallion. I offered to, but it's worth more than anything I've got, and Sorel knows it. Well, why can't you just take your money in return? He sighs, arching his neatly plucked eyebrows. Of course I could, but that's not the point. A community isn't a place, it's a connection to history and meaning. He makes circles with his wrists. Like an anchor, defending the ruins for the gods gave us a purpose. Without that, we're adrift. Does that make any sense to you? Yeah. Alright, well, tell me about Sorel. She's a courtesan at the Salty Mast over in Andra's Gift. She wasn't born to much, but she's done what she has in order to escape that. He gazes at a string of amber beads around his wrist. She's a good friend. He folds his arms in his trailing, wrinkled sleeves. Without her, I'd probably be living hand to mouth like the rest of the Shattering Spear. But this isn't about her or me. It's about the 40 people in my clan and the way of life we've held to for generations. That's all I wanted to ask. I'll see about getting the stupid medallion. You'll find her at the Salty Mast. The only way anyone sees her these days is by paying. So you have to go through Maya. He fidgets with his sleeve. But whatever you do, please don't hurt her. Well, I can't guarantee that. Each plate and utensil has been polished to a spotless shine. The thin-stemmed goblets ring melodiously at the strike of a fingernail. Well, Chancellor Warren is actually here. There's an understudy up there. That's a bit weird. Hello. And though it may splinter my soul, I will... Lord, a player named Gus, what brings you to Brackenbury? You sent a missive. No, I didn't. I received a missive from you. The Chancellor sets down his mug of ale and looks at you quizzically. As far as I know, nothing has changed regarding your rightful possession of Caed Nua. You realize that the charred barrel has gone quiet and turned to see the last of the patrons quickly disappearing through the front door. A moment later, a group of armed men and women stride into the tavern. Oh dear. Quickly ducks behind a table. The woman leading the armed group lowers her cowl with one hand and keeping the other on a pistol tucked into her belt. You immediately recognize Gathbin's captain. Now that the sheep have been herded from their pen, you and I can conduct our business, unfortunate as it may be. I remember you. You were with the Lord at Gathbin at the palace. And I you, she grins. I'll admit you seem quite interesting. Alas, duty calls. What do you want? Oh, I think you know. Lord Gathbin has ordered your death. She forces a frown. A shame, really. I admire your exploits, even if only half of them are true. Sadly, I have my orders. Gathbin will lose. You should work for me. The man is swine, albeit noble. Wealthy swine. Her lips curl in feigned disgust. Were I to do it again, I doubt I'd have taken in with him. But what's done is done, and Lord Gathbin is as ruthless as he is arrogant. He'll go to great lengths to avenge a betrayal. What could you offer to make me consider such a risk? A better life serving an honorable lord. A lot less pain. Attack me and I'll make you suffer. A simple bribe. Walk away and pretend this conversation's over. Better life. Tempting, but your honor is no match for Lord Gathbin's wrath. Let's get on with this. Okay, well. Well, this is just going to be difficult, isn't it?
How may I help?
Can you guys, like, move aside at all? What do I can't move over? That's fine. Okay, so we've kind of moved there.
Hey, of course.
Alright, everybody else is kind of okay.
What? If it
Okay, so let's get on with this.
makes you ready.
This looks like it could be kind of messy. Oh, this is definitely going to hurt a little bit.
Easier.
Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do this. You're going to go there, and then we're going to go over here. Possibly. There it is. And why not have a hailstorm just rain down upon our enemy? Seems fairly legit. And you all can scooch up. And I suppose if I were to do something like put a wall of fire down, it wouldn't necessarily be my fault if you all kind of like spontaneously combusted. Just saying. I feel like it just doesn't seem to want to do much. Alright, whatever. We're just going to cast it there, I guess.
How may I help?
Okay, so that looks like that's going to leave a heck of a mark. We'll do this. And yeah, no, we'll just murder the priest, I guess. Here. There we go. They just knock him on his butt. There we go. They seem to really be struggling over there. Almost like somebody outplayed them just a little bit. Sure, well, we can do something like this. Gotta find the right skill, though. There we go. Alright. Well, they do seem to be having an awful lot of trouble. Okay, so stuff is starting to happen now. I am pretty happy about that. You just keep shooting.
Your thoughts must
Take him down, Itubak. Well, I don't know. Maybe we do something like this. Well, we follow it up with this. Oh, that's just not gonna let me cast. Okay. What if I move there? Can I cast now? No, it gets caught, huh? Well, that seems a bit silly. I'll soul shock you.
My mind.
Alright, I guess E2 is gonna finish everyone off.
Shed no
Help E2 Go save him, you can do it, I believe! I believe! Well, I called the trap. Just didn't expect the Chancellor to also be there. Well, that was unexpected. Warren emerges from beneath his table and smooths the rumpled sleeve of his robe. It does make the strange reports I've received from the Grasp make more sense in context, however. Go on. What haven't you told me? Our old Betamar decided to keep an eye on Lord Gathman's activities. Gathman has been hiring a lot of men recently, but for what purpose, we can't say. I'd advise you to take extra precautions at Caed Nua. He may be attempting to place spies or saboteurs within your walls. Be wary, a player named Gus. I don't think you've seen Lord Gathman's endgame yet. He swallows the rest of his ale and gives you a curt nod before heading to the door. Maybe not, but that's okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to do it for this particular episode. We're going to go ahead and we're going to loot up all this stuff. And it's going to be good-ish. And yeah, I think that's going to bring a close to our episode. We'll go over here, we'll talk to Abelhart, Skarian, and so on and so forth. We'll check all the various things, and then we'll finish up in Brackenberry, and who knows what else we'll do. I don't know. We're getting close, and again, the looming giant Drake of Doom is still looming, and it's there. It is a thing at some point that we will have to deal with. Anyway, folks, until the very next episode, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.